Becoming a great property investor. Let me show you how. A lot of people make the assumption that becoming wealthy and becoming a great property investor is all around your action around knowledge. But it's so much more than that. Dr. Demartini once said that the skill set without the mindset will leave you upset. And so when we're looking at becoming successful within property, so it's a merge between the two, your skill set and your mindset. Let's break this down into 7 top tips. Number 1, understand and embrace the fact that you're different. You need to bear in mind that even by watching this YouTube channel, you represent 1%. And a lot of people, by becoming successful or wanting to become successful, you want to be a part of the 1%. So logically, why would you think that 99% of people are going to understand you? If you want to become part of the 1%, you have to do what 99% of people will never do in order to have a life that 99% of people, unfortunately, will never have. So not only should you accept that you're different, embrace it, because actually the one thing that some people might hate about you is the one thing I think is great about you. Number 2, have a process in place for when you become overwhelmed, because you are going to feel that anxiety, the pressure, not feeling good enough, imposter syndrome. You're going to communicate badly, have a go with people, lose sleep and feel stressed. And as long as you have a process in place that actually gets you out of that, it's really going to help you develop. I like going through the following process. First, I look at writing down everything that's in my head. When it's going on up here, it's too much. Do you ever feel clouded and just confused about it? And that's because you've got all these situations happening. You just need to get them out on paper to clear your mind and be able to have that list in front of you. I then reorder them based on the urgency of the situation. The funny thing here is you actually realize a lot of them aren't that big of a deal. It's just because it was going on in your head. But now they're down, I prioritize them based on urgency, and I also prioritize them based on, do they impact people externally? So that's probably just a value of mine, but if it impacts other people, that goes up on my urgency list because I don't want to hinder other people from my screw-ups. Number 3, I highlight the ones that can be tackled and dealt with within 10 minutes. I like to breed wins in my day. So wins create wins and losses create losses. So if you can create these big wins or quick wins, you're more likely to hit the next one, and the next one. Once these are done, I take a walk. I know this sounds a bit weird, but when I've got so much on, I don't know if you've had this, where there's so many things you need to get done, so you do none of them. And I can feel that overwhelm sometimes. So what I like doing is just getting out of my seat and just going for a walk. And I'm talking about a lap of the car park if I'm at the office. And it just recalibrates me. It de-stresses me. And a phrase that I use quite a lot is it allows me to slow down, to speed up. And now that I've got that clear mind, I'm sort of like, I can focus on the task at hand. Next, I sit down and I schedule everything on the calendar. So I actually put it in place, I put it out there, and the key is I communicate with anyone that this is impacting, letting them know that it's not going to get done. I've often found that people don't actually mind finding out that you're not going to be able to do it by a certain day. What they get annoyed at, in my experience, is saying you're going to do something and then not delivering on that promise. And actually, shit happens, life happens, rescheduling happens. Just communicate effectively, get it scheduled, and at that point, I've managed to set it and forget it. The final thing I like doing is going out and recalibrating again. So now that I've sort of closed off that set of drama that's been going on in my head, I then go for another 5-minute walk, chill out for a second, sit down, get my head in the game and focus on the problems at hand. Moving on to number 3. Have integrity. And I kind of mean this in business and life in general. And I've noticed a lot of business owners, in my opinion, kind of lack honesty and integrity. I think it's easier to make quick money by lying to people. I really do. But if you want long-standing money, have integrity about it. And I'm a big believer in how you make your money being so much more important than how much money you make. I promise you, you can become a multimillionaire having integrity and honesty and being a kind person. And I think those attributes are what really makes somebody valuable. Your network is your net worth. And you may have heard that you're the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. Now, I don't know if it's 5 or 2 or 10, but naturally, if you spend more time with knockoff Nige down the pub that's on the piss all the time, knows everything about nothing, and they're bitching about everyone, guess what you're going to become? You will naturally start doing more and more of the same thing. Whereas if you look on the other side and you surround yourself with 5 multi-millionaires, and I'm not saying that makes them good people, but financially savvy people, let's say they're self-made in a way, naturally they're going to talk differently, they're going to have ideas, they're thinking about growth. And obviously if you spend time with those 5 multi-millionaires, you're increasing the odds that you become number 6. Number 5, be patient. Property is many things, but it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you can put in the time, the energy, and the discipline, time is your friend and it looks after you. It took me 5 years, just over 5 years, to make my first million in terms of net wealth. Now, my net wealth goes up between 1.5 to 2 million every single year. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you the importance of patience in your investment journey. Number 6, have a plan and stick to it. When you've got these plans of growth, unfortunately, some people around you are going to derail you. They'll stop you trying to get your dreams. And some of these people are outright assholes. Okay, they're just getting in your way and you can recognize them. The best thing you can do is get rid of them. I promise you, it's like running with an anchor around your stomach and just pulling behind you. The thing is, we go through life like that. You're trying to run, you've got this anchor. Now the good news is you're developing some sick leg muscles and a great core, okay? So when you let go of that anchor, it's only then you feel this just sense of relief of letting that person go. And sure, you have to go through the grief stages and the pain, right? But you know as well as I do, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, or anything else, once you let go of that anchor, it allows you to be free and now you're stronger than ever to push yourself forward. Sometimes it comes from a great place. Parents are a great example. They love you so much, they want to protect you, they want you to grow. But sometimes with the risk that comes along with it, they are in fear for you, okay? So understand the difference between the two, but either way, once you've made your mind up and you've made your plan, stick to it. And Benjamin Franklin once said, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And Warren Buffett says, an idiot with a plan can do better than a genius without one. So get your plan in place and stick to it. Number 7, be consistent with your actions. Turn up. You're going to make mistakes, but as long as you turn up every single day with your offers, with your discipline, with your actions, with raising finance, with your marketing, and doing everything that's in line with your growth strategy, you will be successful. And along with education and discipline, as I always say, success is inevitable when you turn up every single day. But what about you? Maybe you're watching this channel and you're brand new. Maybe you've had success in other businesses, or maybe you're a successful property investor yourself. What tips would you give to yourself 5 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, whatever it is? Let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to reply to as many as possible. If you did get value from this video, it would help amazingly if you could tap the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to find out more about growing a property portfolio, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.